Vince. They're really cracking down on safety belts these days.
What's up, officer?
I'm giving you a ticket for committing an 811.
Safety belt violation.
Compliments of Barney Fife.
We never wear safety belts. We're dummies.
Weisenheimers.
He gave us a ticket.
Man's got to do what he's got to do.
Welcome to this edition of Lancaster Perspective. I'm Mike Miller. My special guest today from the Fairfield County Fair is Jim Marcinko. Welcome, Jim.
Hey.
Thanks for being here, buddy.
Oh, thank you for having us here.
Actually, we go back a long way. We used to play softball together years and years ago.
That's been quite a long time ago.
That was when I could run and throw and do all those things.
Same here.
Well, again, it's fair time here in Fairfield County. The last and best of the season for our fairs. The 162nd anniversary of
Yes,
the
it
fair.
is. Yeah.
And you've been with the fair for about 9 years now.
Yeah, I've been there 9 years. 8 years as treasurer and 1 year as my first year as fair manager. Been quite an experience, that's for sure.
And our good friend Dave Benson's going to take some time just to move back a little bit.
He's cutting back a little bit, but he's helping me a lot with the fair, and he's there. Actually, he couldn't make it here today because he was marking spots for tents, which we start putting in tomorrow for the fair.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a big project there. So.
There are a lot of activities going on. I know there's a program, there's a book, the Great County Fair that's out also. Let's talk just a little bit about your responsibilities and what you have to do to get this fair going.
Well, to get the fair going, we have to, you do the entries, which is what you use the book for. Mm-hmm. That's what we call our open class entries. And then those cut off last Tuesday, the 25th. And then that's everything you see like in the Yard Hall and the Grange Hall and like your open class horse shows and steer shows and that stuff like that. And then obviously year round we really work on this because we're also lining up our vendors from last year to this year. And our entertainment, we'll start that probably come December actually. You know.
Is there like committees that do that work on the different events and entertainment, things like that?
Yeah, we generally have an entertainment committee. And we go through, we're kind of limited, obviously, by funds.
Sure.
You know, so we try to find out who we have like an agent for these. Well, I'm not sure it's what entertainment company, right. I guess they would call that. That they go through and give you a listing of people you can afford, kind of like we give them a price range.
Right.
You know, and then they go through that, and we kind of go through there and pick out who kind of generally country music is what we go with. You know.
That's a good thing.
Right.
That's a good
thing. Yeah. We always like that. So.
I know we have a schedule. Actually, Sunday, October 7th is when we kick off the fair.
Yep. That's our first day. It's always the free day, and it's always a real busy day. The gates there actually open at noon, and then the rides start there at that same time, and then it closes at 7. The fairgrounds do at that time, but we have gospel music a lot in that area, and the art hall is not open at that time, but because they're doing judging and stuff like that and bringing stuff in for the fair to show. And
that's actually 88.9 WLRY day.
Yes, it is.
At the fair.
Right.
Do you get a lot of different people? They just go on Sunday and then maybe come on Wednesday and then go on. You keep numbers, your demographics of the fair?
Well, not really. No. We have an overall number. We generally average between 100, 125,000 people at the fair. Of course, that obviously is all weather related.
Oh, sure.
When you have that, right.
Well, what's the fair without cold weather?
That's right, exactly.
Although there have been some good days. There have been some over the last couple of years I've been there.
Yeah.
There's been some great days to go to.
Oh yeah. We have. That's how it varies. It's Ohio, I guess.
On Monday, October 8th is WCLT Day, and that's opening day for the fair.
Yes, it is. The actual ribbon cutting starts at 8 a.m. The ground's actually open at 7, but ribbon cutting official opening is 8 a.m. on Monday. And that's kind of like, say, my first year doing this. I'm getting some calls in from different political parties that want to come be a part of that. So we're
because there's no political advertisement at the fair whatsoever.
No, there is not. But we can announce them as being there. That's what we'll do with that. So. We don't want any speeches or anything like that.
Absolutely. I know what you mean. If people have questions, can they call? Is there a number they can call or a website they can go to?
Well, we have both. We have both. We have the fairgrounds office number is 740-653-3041, and then our website, which we've newly designed and updated it and all that stuff. It's really nice now. It's more modern than what it was before, for sure. Mm-hmm. It's www.fairfieldcountyfair.org. Mm-hmm. So, and it's like I said, we've had slideshows and that, and it really is very informative. I've heard, so that's what people have
Fantastic.
said. So, yeah.
And then on Monday, October 8th, the Oak Ridge Boys are going to be in town.
Yeah, that's the big one. Hopefully, it'll be real crowded. We sold quite a few tickets, but we still have quite a few tickets left.
Okay.
And they're $15 for the grandstand and $20 for track seating, and we do have both still available. So
are you a fan of Oak Ridge Boys? Are you?
Well, I've listened to some of them over the years. Yeah. They've been around a little while. I'm sure these guys here don't know that, but they've been around here.
Yeah, I don't think the crew has any idea who the Oak Ridge Boys are, but...
I know my daughter did. Like who?
Yeah, who? Exactly.
She kept coming up with names we should have got.
Exactly. Why can't we get them?
Yeah.
Exactly. And that concert's going to start at 7:30.
Starts at 7:30, and it'll probably be roughly about hour and a half, 2-hour show. So that's what they said. So
and then on Tuesday, October 9th is 90.9 WFCO Day. Another concert. David Wayne is in concert.
Yeah, that's actually is a local guy, and they had been they'd been calling us about trying to do something different up in Yard Hall. Mm-hmm. So we actually have that where we have the pie and cake auction, which is on Monday there, but we use that same area there for. We tried something different this year. We have a couple local concerts in there and local people, and they're going to be performing there. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes and add some more traffic through the Yard Hall. That's what we're trying to do too.
Right.
So yeah.
And they're at 6 o'clock. There will be mule races, and no, I'm not going to be in those races. Those people want to ask. So.
Yeah, that's that can get kind of wild. You never know what they're going to do. Mm-hmm. Basically, it's what I've heard. They're pretty. They can go straight or they can go this. Just kind of varies how they feel at that time. So, yeah.
And then right after that, the ATV Pole.
Yeah, that was a new event we had last year. This is the second year for that, and we're hoping it picks up more attendance. And
now, is there age groups or is it just one group?
It's actually by sizes of the motors.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yep.
So, and now, can people still register, or can they get into that?
Oh, yeah, you can still register for that. In our other polls and demolition derbies, we take entries for those. Mm-hmm. Actually, the ATV poll is registered the day of the event anyway. So you come there and register at that time.
And those are all free show. The mule races, the ATV poll, David Wayne concert, those are all free.
All free. That's right.
And then on Wednesday, October 10th is WLOH Day. It's also Primrose Senior Citizens Day.
Yes, it is. And in that event, we do have the Primrose Outstanding Senior Citizen Award, and they have that in the WLH tent there on the fairgrounds at 1 o'clock. So that they started that last year, and it had real good attendance with that. So yeah, they've had a real good response, I've heard, with that. So.
And then there's some contest winners, Fairfield County Fair Color contest winners.
Yeah, those are for the. We took some around to the different elementaries here in town, and we get those in, and we got 3 different age groups there for that, and then they'll be judged in the off season. Over the weekend here, and then we'll have those results, and then we'll have a little presentation there at the grandstand for them on that
That's always
Wednesday.
neat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they really enjoy that. The families get there, and it's a good time.
And then after that, there's a guys and gals sheep lead competition.
Yeah, that's over in the Feeder Creek Vet Arena, and that's with a 4-H event, but it's very competitive, and it's a good time to go watch. If you need to know anything about sheep, right there you can find it.
It's always something about the fair. You always learn something new every year about and when you talk to the kids that have been involved in the fair, and some have done it for 10, 15 years, some have done it a little less than that, but they all seem to have a good time.
They have a fun time, and they learn a lot of different things that not just about animals,
right.
About getting along and leadership, and that's all part of 4-H.
And then also that night, Fairfield County Fair Truck and Tractor Pool, and that's another free show.
Yeah, that's a free show, and it's always a crowded one, that's for sure. and we're still taking entries on those too also. And for that, you would just call the office, and they can make an entry there. So we always like try to have we only have 4 classes because we're limited kind of time-wise, but we always have, that's always a good event,
Oh, absolutely.
For us, so.
Yeah, we're talking with Jim Marcinko, who is the first-year fair manager. Been with the fair for 8 years as a treasurer, but his first time at the helm of running the fair this year. On Thursday, October 11th, it's school day, WHOK day, high school band parade. And I will tell you, there are some great bands around. I know just in coaching at Bern Union has a fantastic band, and I know a lot of support will be there for all the bands in the county.
Oh, yeah, they... That's quite an event, and it's always a full house when we have that, the grandstand there. And like I say, all the bands in or schools in the county are eligible to have, and we try to get all that we can to participate to, make it more of a community type thing,
sure.
So that's.
And then harness races start that afternoon, 2:00. Yep,
that's right. And one thing I probably should mention with the harness racing this year. We're only having it, normally we would have it 4 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And this year we're only having it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're using Saturday just as a rain date.
Oh, okay.
In case
sure.
Wednesday or Thursday would get rained out or something, we could have it Saturday. The reason for that is we cut back because just a number of horses in the state of Ohio that do harness racing are cutting back.
Right.
So we had to make a decision there, and cut it back to 1 day, and I'm sure, hopefully it'll work out well.
That'll work out well. And then at 7:30, the combine, the farm implement demolition derby, and I went to my first one years ago. Absolute blast. Absolutely enjoyed it.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of interesting why you would want to take a combine and smash it up, but there's a lot of them that seem like they like to do that, So, but yeah, that's another free show there, and. I tell you, that's got a devoted crowd there.
Oh, absolutely.
The 1 year we had tornado warnings. It's been a few years ago, and everybody was evacuated from the fairgrounds except for the people that were going to watch the combine derby. They stayed in the grandstand, and then we had the combine derby afterwards. We figured we'd probably have a ride afterwards if we did, So yeah, they stayed right there, kept their seats.
How many get involved in that? 10, 12?
Yeah, this year I think we have 10.
Okay.
Dave's lined up there for that. So yeah.
Absolutely, that's if you've never been to one, that is something to go to. Absolutely. And then also Gary Campbell is in concert, another pre-show.
Yeah, that's one of the local singers we have here that's performing, and we're trying that again. That's going to be in the art hall there, in the Grange area there. And that should be, what I've heard, he's supposed to be a real good singer, and so it should be, good, entertaining,
Yeah. And then on Friday, October 12th, it's Homecoming Day, Ralston Foods Day, and also the Lancaster Eagle Gazette Day.
Yeah, that's another good day there. I mean, we've got a lot of, actually we kind of start or kind of wrap up our auctions there with the animals there at the livestock for the junior fair. And then there again we have the harness racing. And so if you've been saving money, for the harness racing, spend it all. Right there's a good day to spend it because that's the last day of it. Don't want to save anything for Saturday. I always say, So and with that also we have some different cook-offs there in the art hall, and that day there has one of those, and that's our dynamic beef dish cook-off there. So that's.
So are there judges for that too?
Yeah, exactly. You think you want to sign up for one? It's pretty good food.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always try to tell people, if you're going to enter something in, if it's pretty good, you got to bring a sample to the office. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
That won't help you any, but
especially pies, cakes,
exactly.
All those things we're not supposed to eat. Absolutely. And then 7:30 is the auto demolition derby that night.
Yeah, that's another one of those smash up things, and they. We seem to like that real well here at our fairgrounds.
Yeah, destruction, absolutely. Have you ever driven in one?
No, I have not. I don't think I would be.
No,
that wouldn't be for me. I don't think.
No, I would be parked on the side, waiting for everybody else to do.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
And those do our pre-sale reserve seats for that.
Right. And we're taking. You can get those at the office again, or call in by phone, and get those, or come in and look at the seating chart. They're all reserved seats. So for that.
And then on Saturday, October 13th is Roundup Day, and the Adelphi Band celebrating 132 years.
Yeah.
We'll be there from 11 to 12, and no, I was not in the first band. So,
well, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? To get
absolutely.
that string along a time, you know. But yeah, they come there and they perform, and they'll do different spots on the fairgrounds. They do by the office there, and then they'll do up, I think, by the grandstand area there.
Right.
And it's, I tell you, they're second to none. They are very good. They're very good when you listen to them. They do a good job, and it's always a pleasure to have them come back each year, you know, and include us in their
Right.
performances.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
so,
Yeah. And then there's another program at 12:30 that day is the National Kiddie Pedal Pool.
Yeah, we hold that down in Round Cattle Barn.
Right.
And that's something they register that day of for that. Come in ahead of time, and it's amazing. These kids will do pretty well, and it's pretty darn competitive for these little guys, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Or girls.
Oh, absolutely. And then that night there's another auto demolition derby.
Yep. But that's another, again, one of those things you bring your car in and you register it right there at the right before the event, and they take the fee and all that stuff right there. But you don't register that ahead of time for the cars, but you can buy your tickets ahead of time. And those tickets, I guess I didn't say that, the tickets run $5 for the grandstand and $6 for the bleacher seating. And that's right next to where they get smashed up there, you know. So that's those people that can't get enough, I guess, go over there and sit.
Go over there and sit. That's exactly. And people, you know, obviously all the rides and food's going on. The rides, do they do the arm bracelets again this year?
Yeah, they're going to do the hand stamping on that. And
Okay.
they're the same prices as last year, this year. So we try to keep everything in line so that everything's kind of affordable for families.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
That's what we try to do, you know, and same way the admission price is the same as it's been for years and years, which is, you know, $5 for anybody 10 and over, you know, so under 10 you're free, you know, so I think that helps out a lot, you know, makes a big difference.
Oh, absolutely. Today, from when you were first involved, things that have changed at the fair that you've noticed?
Well, yeah, we've added some different events. You know, we've added like these concert things this year, and we've added, well, let's see, what else have we added? Well, the rides, the same company there.
Is that a bidding process, or is it just awarded to the same person every year? Or
Well, no, it's a lot of it is it's kind of the same person, because if you have a good ride company, that means a lot. You know, and if you would go into a bidding process and you would not know the ride company, that'd be kind of a scary endeavor, I think. You know, but because you wouldn't know their people and this kind of thing. We've had this ride company for quite a few years, as long as I've been there, you know, for at least 9-10 years. We've had this company here, so that says a lot for them, you know. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So, but other things that have changed, well, we've added different events, like we've added the pie and cake auction in there, and then we've added one thing that changed from this year to last year. We do not have the Mom of the Year award this year. We've kind of cut back on that. We're going to take a break on it and see. The entries had kind of cut back, slowed down on that. We've had it for 20 years, so see if we, if we have enough response, maybe we'll bring it back next year. But that was something we did cut out of this year from last year, you know. So, and but a lot of it, you know, we've added different. We're trying to get more healthy, actually. You know,
I noticed it.
We got the FIT program in there in conjunction with the Fairfield Medical Center. We have different events for that. Well, we have one on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. They have a cooking demonstration, how to do it more healthy, you know. So that always is a good thing.
Absolutely. I noticed there's the Walgreen flu shots are also there.
Yeah, that started last year, and they had such a good response. They wanted to come back this year for that. And also, I might mention, I didn't write a note here. We do have the Bloodmobile will be at the fairgrounds this year on Tuesday, and I want to think that's from like noon to 6 or 7, I think.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it will be there. It's not in our program, but I do remember seeing that But the time, exact time is,
Right.
I think you call the office, but I think it's starts around 11, 12
Right.
o'clock, and it goes to like 6, 7 o'clock, something like that. So hopefully we can get some people in there. They had real good response with that last year with the Bloodmobile, so that's always a good thing also.
But there are a lot of, in your 9 years you've been with the fair, do you see a lot of families come back that, I mean, every year some people come back from out, I mean, they moved away and come back.
Yeah, we hear quite a few people's stories that have moved away and come back, and every year they only come back to family reunions or at the fairgrounds a lot of times, so it's quite a family thing.
Right.
And we hear of people that are from not from this area that always come back because they such enjoy the fair, being the last fair, and the scenery with the Mount Pleasant and everything. It's such a pretty fairgrounds, so nicely done.
Are there any other county fairs that want to be the last one? Or they kind of want to say, well,
No, not that I've heard of, Well, actually, the state of Ohio kind of assigns you dates.
Okay.
And then that way you don't have, I guess, too many at one time, but we're the only one at this time, so maybe nobody wants to be at the end of the year,
No, it's a great fair. It's all my kids have enjoyed the fair every year that we've gone. It's been just fantastic. Now, when Jim Marcinko goes to Fairfield County Fair, what does Jim Marcinko like to indulge in as far as French fries? What's Jim like to eat?
I have to have my sausages, actually, and then I have to go over and have my Madison fish sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
So that's I have to have at least one of each of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do them at the same
every
time.
day? Every day? Oh, just one? Okay.
I just get at least one sausage, maybe two, not the same night, but they're generally there, we're generally there in the office till, until it closes at 10:30, so get there before 8, and then so it makes for long days anyway, so, but we drink plenty of pop. That's my thing, and then get the sandwiches, so.
Is there any new food that's come in over the last couple of years? Is it, every time I go there, there's always seems to be a new vendor that, gee, I'm going to try that. I haven't tried that before.
I'm going to try. I can't think of what's new this year, but we have added all the different French fried, candy bars and pickles and green beans, and we
French
do have
fried
all that
pickles? I missed that one.
Yeah, they'd have all those. I think that's all at one booth, I think.
Wow, that's amazing. That's,
yeah, they do the green beans and all that stuff too, so they brought those down to somebody else. I'm sure a lot of people like it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll stick with my normals.
Now, were you involved in the fair when you were growing up?
No, actually, we lived out in the country there, and we had a dairy farm, and we were working pretty much all the time. And my dad drove. My mom didn't drive. So it's, work on the farm or work on the farm, type of thing,
absolutely. Absolutely. Have there been any things that you want to bring to the fair? I know this is your first year as the manager of the fair, but have you gone to other fairs and said, boy, we'd like to have that? Or
Well, it's always, we have plenty of other people on the board to go to a lot of fairs, and they bring in ideas and stuff which is a good thing. That's why you have a fair board,
Right.
So,
now, how big is the board? How many people on the board?
16 people.
16 people?
Yes, yes, on the board. And, but they go to different fairs and they get different ideas. I still farm, so it's kind of limited as much time as I've got to kind of go out and go, about, but, but yeah, we do have different ideas. We kick them all, kick them around down there in the boardroom, over the between fairs, and even during fairs, some people go and see how something's set up or ran as far as a display or 4-H, tickets and that kind of stuff. The way we do that. Some people they just use the tags, name tags, and then just change the picture on them each year. We give them actual tickets.
Oh, I see.
To use, So that the kind of difference there, the just little things like that, we can always try to tweak a little bit, So.
When do the vendors start coming in? I mean, I'm sure they're already there now, but.
Well, then actually the vendors will start next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll start coming in probably Monday, Tuesday next week, and then it'll get set up. And we've already got some of the rides setting in where they're going to set at, and they're not set out yet, but they're sitting there for advertising, showing people the fair's coming, It's good advertising.
Is there any ride you like growing up that you really enjoy?
Well, I used to like the spinny rides.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do the spinny rides.
No, I can't either. No.
If I do that, it'll feel good for a long time afterwards.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. They have some neat rides. They really do.
I used to do the flying bob. You know, they used to be right inside there, off to the right. You know, when you went in, but. I tried that at Millersburg Sweetcorn Festival a couple years ago with my daughter, and man, forget that.
You're not going to do it anymore, huh?
Couldn't eat any fish or sweet corn. I felt so bad.
Well, Jim, we appreciate you coming in. Again, we're talking with Jim Marcinko, who's this year is his first year as his general manager of the fair. If people need these books, can they just pick them up, or what's the easiest
well, we
way?
have some. These are actually for our open class entries, which are closed. You know.
Okay.
So we do have some there at the office, but I just thought they brought them along in case we wanted something to look at there, or for our
all the rules and regulations of the fair.
Yeah, for the open class entries.
Just kind of take for granted.
One other thing I might mention is we do have our commemorative baskets, which this year is the depot, and which is on the fairgrounds.
Right.
And but they are $45, and they're really nice. They got a little handle on top, and they got a liner inside with the lid, and they're all numbered. We only get 400, and so they're numbered. So it's a limited edition of those. So.
Fantastic. One more time, phone number, website, if people want any information.
The phone number is 740-653-3041. And then our website is www.fairfieldcountyfair.org.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Jim, again, we appreciate it, and I'm sure we'll see you out there. I know I'll be out there a couple of days, and walking around and trying to, I'll do my best about, trying to test everything and make sure that.
That's right.
But again, we appreciate all your efforts in the fair, and give our best to Dave Benson, and we really do. People talk about the fair all the time, and people at work talk about what are we going to do, and there are people that actually take a lot of time off to go to the fair, and all the kids that are involved in the fair, and all the things that you do.
That's what it's about, the 4-H'ers, and getting that involved.
How many different 4-H groups are there? Do you know off the top of your head? Just
not really.
20, 25?
Oh, there's a bunch more than that.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, a lot more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, don't know that. Stump me again.
Yeah, a lot of volunteers that go in 4-H.
Yeah. I'd hate to say the number there. Probably hundreds.
Absolutely.
Hundreds there. Yeah. So.
Touching a lot of kids' lives.
Yep.
Well, Jim, once again, we do appreciate you coming in, and good luck with the fair, and we'll be out there sometime.
Well, like you always say, we always try to say, save the best for last.
There you go. That's
Fairfield
it.
County Fair.
That's exactly it. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Lancaster Perspective. I'm Mike Miller. My thanks to Jim Marcinko coming in, the fair manager for the 2012 fair. And remember, until we meet again, let's make a difference.